Have you ever found yourself trying so hard to make something work, pushing, pulling, and forcing, only to feel more frustrated and stuck? It's a feeling many of us know well. In our quest for control, we often forget one of the simplest truths. Life flows best when we let it. The Buddha taught that resistance to the natural rhythm of life creates suffering. When we try to force outcomes, we act against this rhythm. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. This is what forcing does to our lives. It creates tension, anxiety, and often failure to achieve what we desire most. Forcing usually stems from attachment to our goals, our expectations, or even our need for things to happen in a certain way. But attachment blinds us. We become so focused on controlling the result that we lose sight of the present moment and the opportunities already around us. The Buddha explained that clinging and striving too hard come from a misunderstanding of life itself. Everything is impermanent: relationships, possessions, even our emotions. Trying to force permanence in a world that constantly changes is like trying to stop the wind. So, what can we do instead? Letting go is the first step. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means trusting life's natural flow. It means releasing the need to control every outcome. When you stop trying to force things, you make room for possibilities you couldn't see before. You let life unfold in its own time, in its own way. Patience is a key part of this process. The Buddha often taught about the importance of patience, not just with others, but with ourselves and our circumstances. Growth, healing, and change all take time. Forcing them doesn't speed them up. It usually delays them. Instead, when we trust the process, we align ourselves with life rather than working against it. Think about a seed. You can't force it to grow faster. You plant it, water it, and give it sunlight, but its growth depends on nature's timing, not your impatience. Life is like this. Our efforts are important, but they must be balanced with acceptance. When we stop forcing and start flowing, we experience a profound sense of peace. We realize that life is not a series of problems to be fixed or conquered. It's a journey to be experienced. The struggle dissolves, and in its place comes clarity. Ask yourself, where in your life are you trying too hard? What are you forcing? A relationship, a career path, or maybe even an idea of who you should be? Reflect on this and consider what would happen if you let go, even just a little. What if you allowed things to happen naturally, without resistance? The practice of non-forcing is not about doing nothing. It's about aligning your efforts with the natural flow of life. It's about acting with intention but without desperation. This is what the Buddha called right effort, putting energy into what matters while letting go of what doesn't. So the next time you feel like life isn't going your way, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I trying to force this? What would happen if I stepped back and trusted the process? The truth is, life is wiser than we often give it credit for. When we stop forcing, we allow life to guide us. We make space for unexpected opportunities, deeper connections, and a sense of peace that no amount of control can bring. Remember, you don't have to fight the river. Let it carry you. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that life will unfold in its own perfect time. Thank you for listening. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on how you can apply it in your own life. And if you'd like more insights on living mindfully, consider subscribing to Lotus of Wisdom. Together, we can learn to let go and embrace the journey of life.